Hello, Survivor! Today we're going to be talking about the concept of stealth. And we're not talking about, that usual stealth where you're sneaking around with a knife in your hand and front stabbing a zombie, even though that's a lot of fun as well. No, no, no. We will be talking about the very stealthy turrets. Oh yes, oh yes. They can be stealthy. Can lay in wait quietly for hours, days, weeks, until unsuspecting zombies walk by and bam, bam, bam! Sneak attacks finish them off. I do have to thank Waldo for dropping a comment the other day reminding me of this very peculiar feature. Well, it is a bug, but let's call it a feature for now. Amusingly, for those of you who have been around for a few years, it's actually a recurring feature. Once upon a time, turrets used to give sneak damage to enemies when the owner was sneaking. That was removed and fixed, much to our dismay. But in Alpha 21, we have the feature back. Rejoice everyone! But let's walk through it. So I'm out here in the wilderness. I have my turret. Let's put it down. There we go. And let me put down just a regular zombie. Let's use the party girl because she's always up for a good time. So she gets hit and she gets killed. That's a regular one. You see, no sneak damage, no nothing. But let's sneak. Let's sneak around a little bit. And you will see, look at that. Sneak damage bonus. And of course you get the same amount of 400 XP. That doesn't change. However, that's not really the turrets I was talking about. I was talking about these turrets. We have an SMG auto turret here, and we have a shotgun turret here. And you might be thinking, well, these are not an extension of the player. So let's put down a regular zombie. Let's have them be there. Nothing happens. I turn it on. And they shot the zombie. Let's try that again. As it should be. They should be targeting and killing it. Yep, makes sense. But what if I sneak? And I'm sneaking again. Let's do that. Let's spawn it in. And bam! 1.5x damage. Just because I'm sneaking. And it's my turret. I mean, I'm the one who should be getting the experience for them. Let's try that again. And dead. Now, I'm not getting an experience because I haven't spec'd anything into advanced engineering. So let's do that as well. Do that. Gives me all the way up to 75% experience. So let's spawn another one. Bam! 300 experience. Not too bad, right? Let's try this out with a shotgun turret. Let's get it a little bit closer because, of course, it doesn't have the range. Bam! There she goes. I got the experience, it's my turret, and it got the sneak damage. Not too bad at all. To make this even more amusing, why don't we just bump up the damage? It's actually especially useful for stealthy players who already by default have skilled up in extra stealth damage. So for this, we have to go over to the agility and look at Hidden Strike. Now Hidden Strike, you see sneak attacks deal an extra 50% damage all the way to 250% extra damage. So let's buy Cutthroat and let's buy the Butcher, which should give us an extra 100% damage. Let's test it out. Let's drop down into a bit of a crouch, spawn in a zombie, and there you see it. We now did 250%, well 2.5x. Not too bad. What if we bump it up even more? Let's go all the way up here. Let's say we're really stealthy. We're an assassin, extra 250%. Sneaking, and actually it gave us 4x damage. Whoa, that's actually pretty good. 4x damage. Alright, let's spawn in a wandering horde here. We are inside here. You see we are sneaking and we're seeing a bunch of them being spawned in here. See where they're coming. Okay, they're coming from there. It's unfortunately a little bit too far away. I don't think they're going to be making it to where my turrets would actually shoot them. Let's have them speed up a little bit. I do have my turrets here. I am crouching. Let's see as they get close. If they get close enough, it might be just a little bit too far away, unfortunately. Alright, so the Wandering Horde sort of would end up staying over here, but as they then start wandering around, you notice it actually gave that 4x sneak damage and he's going to die. And you saw it's the 4x damage. What does that mean? Well, it means that if you're actually in your base and you have a bunch of turrets around, and you see a wandering horde, go stealthy, sneak, and your turrets are going to be dealing a lot more damage, which is going to save you, well, it's going to save you ammunition, and it's also quite a lot of fun. Now, what if you have a screamer, and the screamer actually ends up seeing you, and then the screamer screams and brings in a bunch of friends. Those friends haven't seen you. Will they also be subjected to the stealth damage? Let's test it out. All right, so we have the scout coming in here, the screamer, and she will see me. I've turned off the turrets. Oh, okay, so she see me? Turn it on, and let's do that. Now we're going to switch out. She did scream. We are sneaking. Of course, she's dead because I turned on the traps. But these zombies that are coming in, they've never seen me. They are moving in. The question is, are they considered unsuspecting zombies that are simply... They're not. They're not subject to stealth damage. That is interesting. The wandering horde would be, but screamer zombies are not considered, they're not considered unaware the way that wandering hordes are. Interesting. While that one's getting killed, I think the cop is also going to get killed. Which means that it would work for a wandering horde, but it would not work for screamer hordes. That's a bit of a pity, because getting screamer hordes would be a lot more fun if every attack on them would be considered as sneak damage from your turrets. But too bad, at least it works for the wandering hordes. For me at least, that would actually be fairly useful, because there's a bunch of times where I might be around my base, I might be doing just a little bit of crafting or something, and the zombies wouldn't necessarily know that I'm there, but then I get a wandering horde. And being able to just crouch down and easily take care of them, simply because, well, they get the sneak damage applied to them. Actually, that would be pretty fun. So I'm going to be testing that out. But what about you? Do you find this useful? Do you think this is something that the FunPimps should be patching out? Obviously, it's very illogical that your turrets, not just your robotic turret, but even your shotgun and SMG turret, they get the sneak damage applied to them. Hey, but it's kind of funny. And yes, they are walking really fast because I've turned up the speed just to make them come in a little bit faster. I can increase that even more. As you see, they're not walking the regular speed. They are, however, just walking by. See you guys. I guess you're not going to die today. Good night. See you next time, Survivor.